Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yes. Do you remember which chapter we had discussed? What's the name of the chapter?
Atoms and molecules.
Okay, atoms and molecules. From this chapter onwards, atoms and molecules, then structure of atom. These two chapters are for term 2. Okay, we already completed the half portion of this chapter. Do you remember the names of different elements, their symbols, atomic mass, atomic number? Do you remember? All of you? Shall I ask the symbols? Okay, I will ask it in the next class. Okay. So all of you, please revise the portions. What about ions? Ions. What about ions? What's the definition of ion?
Charge.
Yeah, charged species. Okay, charged species. Then, which are the two types of ions?
Anion and cation.
Anion and cation. Which is the positive ion?
Cation.
Cation. Which is the negative ion?
Anion.
Anion. So now we can just revise this topic. Then we will move to the next topic. Okay. You have already completed these notes, right? About ion. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the compounds composed of metals and non-metals contain charged species is known as ion. Okay. They are negatively or positively charged. Negatively charged ion is anion and positively charged ion is cation. This is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then the example, in the case of NaCl, Na plus is the cation and Cl minus is the anion. Okay. NaCl, Na plus is the cation and Cl minus is the anion. Do you know what's the easiest step to identify the cation and anion from a compound?
Metals are cation and non-metals are.
Yeah, that's one point. Metals are cations and non-metals are anion. Then one more thing. When we are writing one chemical formula, always the first one that is a cation and the second one is a anion. Clear? First one is a cation and the second one is a anion. Okay. So we can discuss the next example. CaO, calcium oxide. Which one is the cation and which one is the anion?
Calcium is cation.
Calcium is cation, oxygen is anion. Just Ca2 plus, that is cation, O2 minus, that is anion. Then next example, MgS. Which is the cation and which is the anion?
Magnesium is
Magnesium is the cation.
sulfur is a
Yeah, sulfide is the anion. Then, yeah, which one is the cation and which one is the anion?
Magnesium is the cation and oxygen is
cation and oxygen is anion.
Okay. So now you are able to identify which one is cation and which one is anion, right? Always positively charged species is cation, negatively charged species is anion. Then metals are cations and non-metals are anions. Then the first one that we write in the chemical formula is cation and the second one is anion. Okay, fine. This is clear, children? Yes. Then the next category that comes under this ion, that is polyatomic ion. Okay, polyatomic ion. That's in the term itself. Poly, what's the meaning of term poly? Poly means
More than
many, right? Poly means many. So many atoms combine together to form a ion that is known as polyatomic ion. Clear, children? A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. From this slide onwards, you can copy the points. Okay. A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. And the examples given here, first one is ammonium. Look at the chemical formula of ammonium. It is NH4 plus, right? NH4 plus. A group of atom, nitrogen and hydrogen combined together, and one charge is there, right? NH4 plus. NH4 plus. Okay. So this ammonium, it's an example for polyatomic ion. Next one is hydroxide. Hydroxide, that is OH minus. Ammonium, that is NH4 plus. Then hydroxide, that is OH minus. Next one is nitrate. If it is not clear, I will write here. NH4 plus, that is first one. Next one is hydroxide, that is OH minus. Then third one is NO3 minus, that is nitrate ion, nitrate. So in all these cases, a group of atoms with a charge. Clear? The next one is carbonate ion, that is CO3 2 minus. Then sulfite ion, SO3 2 minus. Then sulfate ion, that is SO4 2 minus. Then the last one is phosphate ion, that is PO4 3 minus. PO4 3 minus. So these all are examples of polyatomic ion. So this positive charge or negative charge, it is common for all the atoms present in that ion. Clear? In the case of ammonium, that positive charge is common for both nitrogen and hydrogen. Then in the case of OH minus, the negative charge is common for both oxygen and hydrogen. Okay. Is this clear? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, Tom, can you read the examples of polyatomic ions?
Yes, ma'am. Ammonium, symbol H4 plus,
NH4 plus.
NH4 plus, hydroxide, OH minus, nitrate, NO3 minus, hydrogen carbonate, HCO 3 minus,
Okay.
then carbonate, CO3 2 minus,
Okay.
sulfite, SO3 2 minus, sulfate, SO4 2 minus, and phosphate, PO4 3 minus.
Okay. Vaishnavi, can you repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ions.
Mm.
In polyatomic ions, ammonium NH4 plus, hydrogen OH negative,
Hydroxide.
hydroxide OH negative,
Mm.
nitrate NO3 negative, hydrogen carbonate HCO3 negative, carbonate CO3 2 minus 2, sulfite SO3 negative 2, sulfate SO4 negative 2, and phosphate PO4 negative 3.
Okay. Children, have you completed the slide? Yes or no? Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have learned about ions. Ions, they are charged species. Okay, metals and compounds consist of charged species is known as ion. There are two types of ion, cation and anion. Cation is the positively charged ion and anion is the negatively charged ion. Okay, so in the case of this positively charged ion or cation, it is always metals. Okay, then in the case of anion or negatively charged ion, they are always non-metals. When we are writing the chemical formula, the first one is cation and the second one is anion. Clear? This is clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And what about polyatomic ion? A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. Okay. Examples: NH4 plus, CO3 2 minus, NO3 2 minus, then OH minus. These all are examples of polyatomic ions. Clear? Then we are moving to the next topic. That is how to write the chemical formula. Okay. Writing chemical formulae. Writing chemical formulae. What's the difference between formula and formulae?
Formula is plural, formula is single.
Very good. Formula is singular and formulae is plural. Okay. So writing chemical formulae. Chemical formula of a compound, that is a symbolic representation of its composition. Okay. Symbolic representation of its composition. We have learned about symbols of elements, right? For hydrogen, it is H. For helium, it is He, lithium, Li, beryllium, Be, boron, B, like that. Isn't it? In the case of compounds also, we can write certain symbols. Okay. So the symbolic representation of a compound, that is known as chemical formula. So H2O, that is the chemical formula of water. Then NH3, that is the chemical formula of ammonia. Okay. Then CO2, that's the chemical formula of carbon dioxide. So for elements, we will write symbols, and for the compounds, the symbols are also known as chemical formulae, because we are combining the symbols together to form this chemical formulae. Okay. Clear, children? So to write this chemical formulae of compounds, we need to learn one more thing, that is known as valency. It's a new term for you, right? Valency. So this valency, it is the combining power or capacity of an element. Okay, combining power or capacity of an element. Valency, it is the combining power or capacity of an element. It is used to find out how the atoms of an element combined with atom of another element to form a chemical compound. So this valency, it is used to find out how the atoms of an element combine with the atom of another element to form a chemical compound. We will learn more detail about this valency and the steps of writing the chemical formulae. Okay. So we can consider this valency as the hands or arms of that atom. Hands or arms of that atom. So valency, it is the combining power or capacity of an element. This used to find out how the atoms of an element combined with the atom of another element to form a chemical compound. Then it is the hands or arms of that atom. Is this clear? Is this clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So you can copy the points. Adhigesh, can you please read the points?
Yes, ma'am. Writing chemical formula. Chemical formula of a compound, symbolic representation of its composition. Valency. Valency. The combining power or capacity of an element used to find out how the atoms of an element combine with the atom of another element to form a chemical compound, also known as the hands or arms of that atom.
Okay. Have you completed?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Okay. Finished, right? Yes. Okay. Then can you tell me, children, How many hands are there for octopus? Or how many arms are there for octopus?
8.
8. What about humans?
2.
2. So now we can write, or we can assign one symbol for octopus. We can write the symbol of octopus as O and symbol of humans as H. Okay? Symbol of octopus, that is O, and symbol of octopus H. Clear? Then my question is that how many people can hold by octopus using its 8 arms by holding the 2 hands using each arm? How many people can hold by octopus by holding each arm with each arm of human?
4.
4, right? Yes. So each octopus can hold 4 humans, isn't it? Because we have 2 hands and octopus has 8 arms. Using 2 arms of octopus, it will hold 1 person. Like that, 4 persons can hold by octopus, isn't it? Okay, so we can write the chemical formula between this as OH4. OH4. It means that octopus can hold 4 humans, isn't it? Using its 8 arms, octopus can hold 4 humans. Clear? Is this clear? The same idea can be used in writing the chemical formula with valency. Okay, when we write CO2, it means that carbon can able to hold 2 oxygen atoms. Okay, carbon can able to hold 2 oxygen atoms. That means the capacity of carbon is 2. Combining capacity of carbon is 2. Clear? This is clear, children? Then similarly, H2O. It shows that oxygen can hold 2 hydrogen atoms. Oxygen can hold 2 hydrogen atoms. That means the combining capacity or power of oxygen, that is 2. It can hold 2 hydrogen atoms. That means the combining power or capacity of oxygen is 2. Okay? Clear, children? Yes. So now we are moving to, yeah, any doubt?
Ma'am, in H2O, so oxygen is holding hydrogen.
Yeah, oxygen is holding 2 hydrogen atoms. Its capacity is 2. That's why it can able to hold 2 hydrogen atoms. Yeah, 2 hydrogen atoms. Clear? Here also in the case of octopus, its capacity is 4. So it will hold 4 humans. Clear? This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So there will be some common valency for certain ions or elements or polyatomic ions. Okay. Now you have to learn this table. The same table in your textbook, page number 37. Page number 37. If it is not clear, you can look at the textbook. So here you can see the first column, its heading is valency. Then second one is name of ion with symbol. Third one, non-metallic element with symbol. Then polyatomic ions with symbol. So this valency 1 is for all these atoms or ions. Clear? For sodium, potassium, silver, copper, hydrogen, hydride, chloride, bromide, iodide, ammonium hydroxide, nitrate, hydrogen carbonate. All these have valency 1. Clear? So you have to learn this table for the next class. Okay, for the next class, you have to learn the names of elements, first 20, then symbols of first 20 elements. Not only the first 20 elements, in the case of symbols, there will be some more elements, right? We already learned that. So just need to revise, that's enough. And also need to learn the valency. This is the valency table. Okay, that's in page number 37, table 3.6. So these 3 things are needed to write the chemical formulae. From the next class onwards, we will practice to write the chemical formulae as your own. Okay, we are going through the steps to write the chemical formulae of each chemical. Clear? In the case of water, it is H2O, carbon dioxide, CO2. From the next class onwards, we will learn how to write this chemical formula. So you need to learn the names of the elements, symbols of elements. Then the third one is valency. So it is the combining power or capacity of an element. For all these ions that given in this first row, that has valency 1. Then for magnesium, calcium, zinc, iron, copper, oxide, sulfide, carbonate, sulfite, sulfate, these have valency 2. Then valency 3 for aluminium, iron, nitride, phosphate. Clear? Clear, children? This is clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, anyone please read the names of the ion or element with valency 1. Anandita, can you read the name? Come on,
Yes,
fast.
ma'am. Sodium Na plus, potassium K, silver Ag, copper
Potassium
Cu,
K plus, silver
plus,
Ag plus,
Ag
copper
Cu plus, hydrogen H plus, hydride H minus, chloride Cl minus, bromide Br minus, iodide I minus, ammonium NH4 plus, hydroxide OH minus, nitrate NO3 minus, carbonate
hydrogen carbonate.
hydrogen carbonate HCO3 minus.
Okay. Then Lakshmi CV, can you read the names of ions or elements with valency 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Magnesium Mg2 plus,
Hmm.
calcium Ca2 plus,
Hmm.
zinc Zn2 plus,
Hmm.
iron 2 Fe2 plus, copper 2 Cu2 plus,
Hmm.
oxide O2 minus,
Hmm.
sulfide S2 minus,
Hmm.
carbonate CO3 2 minus,
Hmm.
sulfate SO3 2 minus, sulfate SO4 2 minus.
Okay. Sridev, can you read the last one with valency 3?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, can I ask a doubt?
Hmm.
Ma'am, this polyatomic ions, are they compounds?
They are compounds with charges. Okay. That's why they are known as polyatomic ions. Okay. Different atoms combined together, but they have common charge.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Sridev, can you read the last one?
Aluminium Al3 plus, ion 3 Fe3 plus, nitride N3 minus, phosphate PO4 3 minus.
Okay. So you need to copy this table in your text notebook and please try to learn the valencies. Okay. It's very important. And one more thing, here you can see the charge that given in the along with the symbol, that's also equal to the valency. Here you can see that Na plus, K plus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, etc. All these have value as 1, right? Only the difference in charges, either positive or negative, but their value is 1. Similarly, here also you can see that Mg2 plus, Ca2 plus, Zn2 plus, O2 minus. Here also the value is 2. Only the difference in charges, right? One is positive, other one is negative. Same thing in the third row also. Aluminium Al3 plus, Fe3 plus, N3 minus. Here also the valency is 3. Valency remains same, but the charge will be different. Depends upon cation or anion. Clear? This is clear, children?
Yes.
Okay, so for the next class, you need to copy this table on your notebook and also learn the valencies. So the name of the element, symbol and valency, these 3 are required to write the chemical formulae. So from the next class onwards, we will practice to write the chemical formulae of different compounds. Clear? Any doubt? Any doubt, children? Nothing, right? So let me take your attendance. Just wait. Okay, children. So thank you all. See you in the next class. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. See you, ma'am. Bye, bye.
Thank you.